Hey guys, welcome to Mada Mada Des, which is Japanese for a long way to go. My name is Wyatt and I'm a missionary heading to Japan. So as of right now, I am about halfway through the mobilization process to get to the mission field. And the main thing that I'm focusing on right now is fundraising to get to Japan. While there are some missionaries who are supported by their denomination and others which are funded by their mission sending organization, most missionaries are responsible for raising their own salaries before they can go into the mission field. So this is what I've been doing over the last few months. And basically what this looks like is I've been talking to everybody I know in order to see if they would be willing to partner with me in order to get to Japan. While there are a few churches that are willing to partner with me at this point, the majority of my salary is going to be coming from individual believers. This process has been a real learning experience for me because, honestly, I've never had to fundraise anything before. And doing this has actually been kind of scary. In order to meet my financial goals, there's a good chance I'll have to talk to about 400 people. And, I'm an extrovert, I've got plenty of friends, and I'm happy to make more, but 400 people is a lot. When I started this process, my fundraising coach asked me to create a list of about 250 names of people who might be willing to support me. I ended up with a list of about 150 people, and then I kind of just hit a wall. And what's really scary is that even though I have kind of a vague idea of how I'm going to be able to talk to those 400 people, I don't really have a concrete plan. And there's just no way to create that kind of concrete plan, as that's just so many people to talk to. That being said, I believe God has set up this process this way on purpose. I believe that he's using this fundraising process to teach me to rely more upon him. And sure enough, God has been the one who's been delivering me all of my biggest successes. You see, for every close friend and family member that I've reached out to over the past few months, God has introduced me to another person who's essentially a complete stranger, but is still just as willing to partner with me and see this mission come to fruition. One of the things is that living in a wealthy first world country, it's fairly easy for us to meet our basic needs. It's fairly easy to acquire food and shelter and water. And so as a result, it's really sometimes rare for us to see God move in a special way just to meet those needs. It's very rare for us to see God actively providing for us. And so going through this process has been really wonderful because I'm watching God give me the things that I need. I'm watching him providing in such a way that I'm going to be able to make it to Japan. And I'm going to be able to hold on to this. This is going to grow my faith in a really radical way. It means that once I get to Japan and I run into the troubles and I run into, big obstacles that I don't know how to overcome, I can just remember, hey, God has already gotten me here. I can trust that he's going to get me through this. In Matthew 6:26, it says, "Look at the birds of the air. They do not sow or reap or store into barns, and yet your heavenly Father feeds them. And are you not much more valuable than they?" I'm fairly familiar with that particular passage. However, it's always been something that I've understood in theory. I theoretically understood that he was taking care of me. I theoretically understood that he was providing for my needs. But now, having gone through this process of fundraising for the mission field, I have a much more tangible understanding of how God is willing to take care of his children and how he's willing to take care of me. And so yeah, this has been a really wonderful process. I'm really looking forward to seeing what else God is going to do to get me to Japan. And then all the more I'm looking forward to seeing what God is going to do once I get to Japan. But, that's still a ways off and we've got a long way to go. So please stay tuned. More videos to come. I'm looking forward to seeing you guys next time.